Hello everybody, well there are two things becoming better now. Attacking with the redstone launcher enemies upgrades and using the first of stone, especially mid late game, in order to get those W's. So this match added all cobblestone golems, redstone launcher, attacking the upgrades and also the first of stone.
Your opponent's base won't last much longer. Your opponent's base is barely standing.
Now, as I mentioned, this is something that can be very good towards kind of a mid to late game. But we did before that with lots of things before we actually won. So first of all, enemies were quite aggressive. I already noticed that. And of course, the best thing to do is just be aggressive back. Don't encourage them. So I immediately went, and I was an attacker, by the way, and I went to try to, well, keep them busy at their own base. And I did it immediately after. Now listen to the upgrades.
Now have access to coal gathering. Your opponent can gather iron now. Your opponent just learned how to gather redstone. The opposing team can now gather coal. Prepare for heavier attacks.
Now, yeah, this team upgrade very quickly. But for them, by the way, they have the Fateland. But again, the Fateland can be both a bless and a curse. We're going to talk about this in a moment. So basically what I'm doing, I'm making them retreat more so they, be more on the defensive. Again, my plan was eventually to hammer their upgrades and then we'll either finish them later with another redstone launcher, which we could, by the way, do it quite easily, or, well, go with golems or another strategy. Now, I did it also from different directions. Again, like before, as I told you, I need to confuse them, right? Because I've been maneuvering around and want them to spend more time trying to search for where problems are coming from, basically wasting time. Well, actually, I'm not wasting time because I'm just, again, hammering their bases. I'm just maneuvering to different positions. I don't want it to be, well, think about, well, we know it's going to come from there. I want it to be confused. As I told you in my guides for the attacker, I need to deceive, and I need to confuse them and eventually strike. So basically, I want to let them panic, and even better, if they have some want to ego attack and just attack me because I'm doing lots of troubles, even better, just come after me. They did that, they're gonna make mistakes and, well, focus on other things rather than on the main things in order to win. It's good for us. Now, most of the time it was just me. For them, probably it felt like two actually attacking. Later, another one of my teammates actually joined the fight as well. But again, for them, it felt like, well, this is a kind of a big attack. But no, just me. I did it again and again from many directions. The most important for me is not being predictable. Now, no good for us, actually the jungle, the places to get redstone, by the way, were actually near their base, very close to their base. The good thing for me that I keep them busy so I can farm quietly near the base to get more redstone resource. However, we capped, and I had a feeling that basically maybe one of the players doesn't really want to end this with a redstone launcher. Because again, we recapped and I told myself, alright, come on, we need this, we need it. Even if you want to breach fast, this is a good way. And I wanted to destroy their upgrade this time around to have fun, to make them really kind of take the game more slowly and really enjoy the winning really kind of strategic wise, rather than just hammering the base and make them destroy the launcher, which they could, of course, and they did eventually. Now, they were searching for me like crazy. By the way, bad for them, although they got really stone nearby because of Fatelands and the jungle. The bad thing, as I mentioned, is that it's so dense and you can really hide spawners there that eventually they were just searching behind the trees and behind those stones, which I actually hit some of them in order to find it. So it can actually be very good when you have it near your base, but it's bad because enemies can just hide things around it. As you can see, I'm just hiding spawners behind the stones in the Fatelands. Yeah, I'm taking advantage of the topography, although they have advantage to getting resource quickly. But by the way, this is the reason why they also could upgrade fast as well. I took the Brilliant Beetle because it moved fast over water, and because there's a large water, which is good for them, by the way, because I really can attack from that position in most part, especially when they build arrow towers. But the Brilliant Beetle is the fastest to move on water, so I can quickly flank. Alright, so this is why it was important for me to actually get it. So now I'm setting up for the redstone launcher. Basically, again, lots of range minions, so I can quickly take out the, before they actually eliminate me. I need to eliminate them fast. But probably they're gonna come when they panic. They don't bring lots of minions. I know that. So I have like at least 2 times to get shots. This is a bit too far to actually hit the base, but fine. My goal here was to destroy. I saw actually where the upgrades are, and they were close to the wall, which is actually pretty bad. It was very, very exposed compared to putting it in the water where I'm less likely to actually attack. But for me, I don't mind. This is a breach. And I told you in general, when players playing, they want to find a place to actually breach the easiest. And also, if you see upgrades, this is like highest priority. So again, mission, destroy the upgrades. Keep in mind, I mentioned it before, if you destroy upgrades, it's going to be almost impossible for them to do a comeback, because they always on the defensive, they don't have lots of resource, not big army, basically they're screwed. And this is good for us if you attack with golems, because again, we don't need like a bigger army, the golems take quite a lot, so if they have less army, smaller army, it's very easy to breach in with the golems, and other type of minions that keep the golems alive and also take damage as well. And they have lots of towers, so this was important.
I'll help you in the battle ahead.
So now I'm targeting their upgrades, of course.
Structures at the opponent's base are taking damage.
Now, as you can see, Flame of Creation, we have plenty to spawn, which is great, because again, any enemy that try to get in with the towers, with the range golems, you can just be destroyed almost immediately. Now, one thing, by the way, you can do, although I don't communicate, I could have just spawned also other type of maybe creepers to just send them in and destroy. But again, there's no communication, so I was kind of building strategically just to take their upgrades off and make sure that they won't be able to attack me at least for, I don't know, like 3 and 4 attacks with the Redstone launcher. Now, as you can see, they are coming. Of course, they come along, panicking, and well, they try to attack the structure with the sword. I don't know why. Anyway, probably lack of experience, but yeah, they can deal damage to structures, and of course, surviving with all those arrows, no chance. Of course, the other thing is take the structures, the walls, so my teammates can, again, I don't communicate with them here, this is with randoms, so basically I make them pathway to actually attack, right? Destroying the walls, basically. Now they actually put some skeletons there, which can of course destroy, so I immediately react to that. I ignored it at first, but yeah, it was pretty heavy, so I decided to make sure to get rid of it. Which I should, of course. The range is crazy. Now they played very well. I mean, look at that play from the opponent. Really, really good. You can just think what they did in order to destroy the launcher. Well, take a look. Well played, I mean. Well, very well played. So this is an excellent play. Bring in creepers, they just ignore everything, you send them directly and it's off. Don't send like a gobstone golem or anything, it will take time, and just send the creepers in, direct them, let them explode, and it's over, alright? Really, really well played, I mean really well played. However, the damage has been done.
The first evoke is now on your team. You'll have great range with them on your side.
So from that point, I knew that this is going to be an X. Of course, I didn't know that maybe it will work, maybe not. I know it's very strong, but again, I still have, you know, I'm going to focus on the Redstone launcher just in case, or do it in parallel. Why did I actually breaching? I'm going to use the Redstone launcher. So again, the goal is to win, basically. First of all, another advantage for having those Fatelands, I can easily scout what's happening, easily, and see what's going on. All right, I'm taking this into my advantage, of course. All right. So again, having this very close by, it's a blast and a curse at the same time. So I'm getting ready, of course, with with the range. I could, by the way, help them as well, but I decided to do range attack with the Redstone launcher as an alternative. And the moment the attack started and I saw that they're damaging the base high, I knew that it's going to be over. So I just brought my my range and that's it. But of course, I knew way before there's no possible for comeback here. Yes, overall a great match. Also seeing how the First of Stone doing so well, and yeah, overall First of Stone, brute forcing, and yeah, as an attacker is a lot of fun. And well, that's until of course the Redstone launcher will be nerfed, which I kind of predict this will happen sooner or later. Until then, use it, have fun, get those W's. See you on the next one. Cheers.